Hello lads and ladies and welcome to this. Now today we are back for another video on the channel. Now today we are predicting game week 10 already in Sky Bet League 1. So game week 10, some clubs have played 7, some clubs have played 8, but most clubs have played 9. But game week 10, you put so many good fixtures in there. You've got MK Dons against Wimbledon. You've got Portsmouth against Charlton. Struggling Burton against struggling Blackpool. Fleetwood against Oxford. So some big games in there. We are going to predict it. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. It's free to do so. We're trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I need your help. Let's predict all 11 games in Sky Bet League 1 this weekend. Starting off at Gillingham against Sunderland. Now, Gillingham have lost their last 4 games and they've not scored in any of them. They've lost 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 and 1-0. But they have played some good teams in there, like Fleetwood. They've played Ipswich in there, Portsmouth as well. So Steve Evans, I think he'll be looking kind of to get back to winning ways at Saturday. But Sunderland, it's no easy feat. They're a good side. They've won 4 of the 8 games so far this year. They've drawn 3 of them and only lost 1. They have conceded 5 in the last 2 games after having such a good defensive display. So Gillingham will be looking, let's try and get out of them. Let's cause them problems. We've got some physicality up front in John Akinde. I think it's going to be a Sunderland 2-0 victory. I don't think Gillingham will score again. Sunderland are a great side. They'll be up there this season in my opinion. And I think they can go one step better. In this one, Sunderland 2-0 win. Burton against Blackpool. Now Burton 1 win, 3 draws, 5 defeats. Blackpool 2 wins, 1 draw, 6 defeats. Both sides need a win. Both sides are conceding goals. Both sides aren't really scoring goals. It's going to be a very important game for both managers in my opinion. Blackpool currently sit 18th after a good win against MK Dons last week. Haven't won on the road for over 500 days now. 14 months ago the last victory was. For me, it's going to be a 0-0 draw. I predicted Blackpool not to get beaten in any of the 4 games so far, and they've only won 1 of them. Burton need a win as well. Going to be a tight one, 0-0 draw. Both sides will pick up a point. Doncaster against Lincoln. Now Doncaster have lost the last 2 games after 2 really good wins against Portsmouth and Ipswich. Lincoln have already collected 22 points this year, and that's already 52% of their points tally of last year. So it just shows you what a real challenge they have put themselves up to this year. Michael Appleton's starting to get the best out of his players. They got a great result against Crewe at the week in the midweek, which I did predict correctly. Doncaster did lose to Plymouth and lost to Crewe at the weekend. But Lincoln are going to be a tough ask. They've not lost away from home yet this year. 3 wins, 1 draw to Fleetwood, that draw. I'm going for a 2-1 Lincoln victory on this one. 2 good sides that'll be in the top 10 in my opinion at the end of the season. Lincoln, I think, could be a dark horse and go all the way and get promoted. 2-1 to Lincoln. Fleetwood against Oxford. Now Fleetwood have picked up 10 points out of the last 15 available. 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. While Oxford haven't really started this season well. 2 wins and 5 losses in their opening 7. And they have conceded 14 goals in that time. So an average of 2 goals a game. They did lose to Charlton in the midweek 2-0. But they're still struggling. They need goals. They have got firepower, and they didn't go on a run until the back end of last season, got into the playoffs. I am going for a 2-0 Fleetwood victory. Fleetwood got back-to-back results for the first time since February, with clean sheets as well against Gillingham and Shrewsbury. I'm backing Fleetwood to get 3 in a row, 2-0 Fleetwood, and hopefully we can climb up that table. Ipswich against Crewe. Now Ipswich haven't conceded a goal yet at home. 4 games, 4 wins, 7 goals, 0 conceded. It's just on the road of late they've struggled against Lincoln and Doncaster. Crewe did win the first away game last week against Doncaster, so they are in good form away from home. They did lose in the midweek against Lincoln, but again, I don't take anything for granted there. Lincoln are a good side, and they did beat Ipswich last week. It's going to be a tough game. I am backing Ipswich to get another win and another clean sheet. 2-0 to the Tractor Boys at Portman Road. Going to be a difficult one. It's going to be interesting to see Ipswich's mentality this year, to see if they can carry on their very good start. 2-0 to Ipswich. This one's for Ben Spencer now. Obviously, in the last few games, I predicted Wimbledon defeats, and everyone I predicted for a Wimbledon result, they've either drawn or got a great win. It's MK Dons against Wimbledon. MK Dons, they've got the last 2 home games they've won, so it's good signs for them against Wigan and Gillingham. But Wimbledon are on fine form away from home. They've won 2 games away against Swindon and Fleetwood. Wimbledon is going to be a very tough game. They won in the midweek against Blackpool, the first home victory of the season. I think that's their last game at the QPR ground. It's going to be an interesting one, very tight, it's a very fierce derby. I'm going for 1-1. Both sides won't want to give much away. Both sides got great results in the week as well. I'm going for 1-1 on this one. Peterborough against Shrewsbury. Now, Peterborough are unbeaten in the last 6 league games, winning 5 and drawing against Burton in the week. But they are still scoring goals. 12 goals scored in the last 6 games. While Shrewsbury are struggling, they are 21st in the league. They've only lost once away from home yet this year, and that was on Tuesday against Fleetwood Town. But Shrewsbury are a decent side. They are better defensively. Not many goals in them, unfortunately. They've only won 1 game this season, so it's worrying time for them. Sam Ricketts, I think, could be in trouble. I'm going for a cruise victory for Peterborough. They score goals 3-0 at home. They're very good at home. They can score a lot of goals. Still unbeaten at home as well. 3-0 to Posh. Now, this is game of the week for me. Portsmouth against Charlton. Now, Portsmouth have won 3 in a row. They've scored 2, 3 and 4. So 9 goals scored, only 1 conceded as well. They got a 4-0 victory against Northampton on Tuesday. So they are scoring goals and they're in fine form. Charlton have kept 5 clean sheets in a row. They've 13 points out of 15. 4 wins in a row. They're on fire as well. I'm going for a 1-1 draw in this one. Both sides are good. Portsmouth not so good at home yet this year, only the 2 wins, but both sides won't want to give much away. I think Portsmouth will get a goal and end Charlton's good form at the back. 1-1 draw, both sides will continue very good runs at this moment in time. Rochdale against Bristol Rovers, 13th against 14th. Both sides have 11 points. Bristol Rovers have only lost 1 out of the last 5. Rochdale unbeaten in the last 3, collecting 7 points from Burton, Shrewsbury and now Sunderland. Bristol did lose in the week to Hull City 3-1 after going 1-0 up. It's going to be a tight one. I don't think there's going to be many goals. This one's going to be tied by 1 goal, and that'll be Rochdale, in my opinion. They'll get the 2nd home victory of the season against Bristol Rovers, the first one against Fleetwood. It's going to be a tight one, but the Dale will get a 1-0, a clean sheet, and carry on their very good form. Rochdale, 1-0. Now, Swindon against Hull. Now, Hull had to come from behind the other day from a 1-0 loss to 3-1. And I think that it'll happen the same again. I think they'll win by 3-1. Hull have kept 6 clean sheets out of the 7 victories this season. So they do know how to tighten up at the back and very good defensively as well. But they will concede on this one. Swindon, 2 wins from 7. They are struggling. They came in the first couple of home games as well. Going to be a difficult game for them. They are struggling under Richie Wellens. I'm going for Swindon 1, Hull City 3. All 3 subs that came on for Hull the other day scored. Will that happen again? Let me know in the comments down below. The last one now, 2 struggling sides in Wigan and Northampton. Now, Wigan did get a good point against Plymouth a couple of games ago, but did lose in the week against MK Dons. Northampton got hammered against Portsmouth, but Portsmouth are a great side. I think this one's going to be decided by 1 or maybe 2 goals maximum. John Sheridan is good in these types of games, getting that advantage over the side he should beat. He did beat them with Fleetwood a couple of years ago, 2-0. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Wigan victory, in my opinion. Wigan will just have enough to stay up this year under John Sheridan. 1-0 to the Latics. So there is my prediction video for game week 10. Did you enjoy it? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you could smash a like, that'd be appreciated. We'll go for 40 likes this week. That'd be appreciated if you can try and hit that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It really does appreciate it. And we're on the road to 6k. So help me out, guys, if you can. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. And I'll see you on Saturday for my live stream against Oxford United at Highbury Stadium. So until then, see you later. Up the cods.